setting the tone. That is on us as parents to set the tone for our children, which means hopefully we know how to emotionally regulate ourselves, right? That we have worked on our inner parts of us as much as possible. And if not, that we're getting the help that we need to be able to do so. Because it's really hard to raise a child or many children as it is. It's even harder if we have our own garbage and issues behind that. So welcome to the first episode in our parenting series, Emotional Safety, creating a safe space to feel what emotional safety really means. So we're going to define emotional safety and why it matters more than perfection. Emotional safety equals a child's sense that the inner world is welcome. The difference between safe to behave and safe to feel. Our emotional safety predicts long-term self-esteem, relationships, and trust. So an example is the moment a child says, "I'm scared," and instead of fixing, you listen. So the Loving Your Child series, creating a safe space to feel. When we talk about loving our children, most of us think of protection, providing, and being there for them. But there's a deeper layer to love, one that goes beyond keeping safe physically. Emotional safety is what teaches a child, I can bring all myself here, even the messy, loud, tearful, or confused parts, and I will still be loved. It's also where your children get to go out in the world and make mistakes and come back and know that they are loved, and whatever consequence comes from that, right? They have a safe space where we're not yelling at them, where we're not getting overly abrupt or extreme punishments to them, where they don't feel like they have to hide their lives from us, because here at home, they're safe, they're loved. It doesn't mean that they're free of consequences. It just means they have space. So in this episode, we're going to explore what emotional safety really means, why it matters so deeply, and how you can start creating that environment at home. And a great way to go about hearing these videos is to take it in, but remember, is this something you could have used when you were younger? And if it is, how can you provide it now to your own child or children? So what emotional safety actually is? Emotional safety isn't about never getting upset or avoiding conflict. It's about your child feeling safe to feel, to express joy, sadness, anger, fear, or confusion without fear of rejection, shame, or punishment. When a child feels emotionally safe, they learn that their emotions make sense, their voice matters. They don't have to hide parts of themselves to keep your love. Children who feel emotionally safe develop a kind of inner confidence, not because they're told they're perfect, but because they know they're accepted. So an example moment is, think of a time your child cried over something small, maybe a broken toy or a friend being unkind. The instinct might be to fix it quickly. You're fine, don't worry. But what if instead you paused and said, "That really hurt, didn't it?" That simple validation tells your child your feelings matter more than my need to make this go away. The difference between control and connection. So often we confuse emotional control with emotional safety. We want our kids to calm down, stop crying, or act respectfully. And those are important goals, but the path to them begins with connection, not correction. So when we rush to control a feeling, we're sending the message, certain emotions aren't welcomed here. But when we connect first by naming the emotion, holding space, or even just sitting quietly beside them, we show them, you are safe with me no matter what you feel. This doesn't mean you allow harmful behavior. It means you guide behavior without shaming emotion. So it's okay to say, it's not okay to hit, but it's okay to be angry. So over time, the balance teaches emotional maturity, not fear of rejection. Your emotional blueprint. Here's the part most of us skip: looking inward. We can't create emotional safety for our children if we never felt it ourselves. So ask yourself, when you were a child, how were emotions handled in your home? Were you allowed to cry, to be angry, to need comfort? Or did you learn to hold it in, stay strong, or be the good one? The way we respond to our children's emotions is often a reflection of the messages we received growing up. But the beautiful part is, awareness gives us the power to rewrite that story. You don't have to be a perfect parent, you just have to be a safe one. Reflection and invitation. Emotional safety begins in the small, everyday moments. The pause before correcting, the soft, I'm here when your child feels overwhelmed. This week, try one practice. When your child expresses an emotion, any emotion, meet it with curiosity instead of control. Here is a journal question for you. What messages did I receive about emotions growing up? And which of those do I want to keep or release as a parent? Next week, we'll explore the power of presence, how your calm, grounded energy becomes your child's emotional anchor. Until then, remember, you don't need to fix every feeling. You just need to make space for it. That's what love looks like when it feels safe. Here's the comment section. If you want anything on this video, anything with emotional safety and parenting, anything with parenting as a whole. What parenting win do you have? Or is this a harder season? What's so hard about this season? If you're having a hard time coming up with a comment, here's a question for you. When you were younger, was your home one that was safe and allowed for and taught emotional safety? And how did they do this? If this video resonated with you, take a deep breath before you go. Let what you heard settle in. Know that you are not alone on this journey and you do not have to do it all at once. If you're feeling it, give this video a like so others can find it easily. Share it with somebody that you think could benefit from it. And subscribe for new content every day of every week. And remember here, tiny steps, real talk, and honest healing. Created some journals, some children's workbook and book to go right along with these videos. Increase healthy behaviors, decrease unhealthy behaviors, perhaps make us aware of some things that we weren't aware of. You can find the link in the post for these. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video.